Rat Kiley was injured one day, but I wasn't a witness of it. Mitchell Sanders informed me, however, and apparently he had lost his cool, his sanity. They had all been out in the foothills. Rumors of massive artillery and weapons from the Russians waiting for them. They had to travel at night.
We lived the nightlife for about 2 weeks. It was like a language trick, making it all seem better and less severe for us. Everyone felt the tension though, and it was too much for Rat.
The routine had been simple: sleeping in the day and walking at night. No moon and no stars. It was the purest and darkest black you can image. You could tell if you were blinking. If it made you jumpy, you didn't want to get separated. You didn't want to be alone. Everyone felt the impact.
Wait, how does it end?
For Rat, it was a gore and the body bags. He remained to himself, not talking. But then, he suddenly wouldn't stop.
Hey! The worst part of Nam are the bugs. Mutant bugs. Alter my napalm. They're after me. They're whispering my name.
He talked about all of the bugs, even clawing at his arms, making them bleed. He thought they were after him. His whole personality was off. We all felt different, but not like Rat was. The night would come to life around us at the latest hours. The nights got freaky.
One day, he broke.
I don't know, I'm so scared. I think I've been here too long. It's the bugs. I see dead people. I see live people dead. I see their organs.
Rat said he tried his best. He lost and won some. He talked about lemon, Kiowa, and lavender, not believing how dead they were after being so alive.
This war is a banquet. A meat banquet. Meat for the bugs.
The next morning, he took off his shoes and socks, doped himself up, and shot himself in the foot.
Pew pew! Nobody could blame him.
Everyone tried to comfort him, offering goodbyes as well as tried to cheer him up, making things up to encourage him about his future in Japan.
Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than...
I'm 43 years old now, and even now I would say that stories can save us. Even now I still dream Linda alive, and lavender, Kiowa, and lemon. The slim young man I killed and the old man dead by a pig pen. Also, several bodies I lifted and dumped into a truck. All of them are dead. In 1969, the platoon took fire in a village lining the South China Sea. No one took damage, but an airstrike was called by Cross nonetheless. We watched the place burn. When it was over, we walked through the village. It all wrecked. An old man laid on the ground near a pig pen, missing an arm. How'd he do? I watched everyone else do similar gestures.
Give me 5, it's an honor.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
I refused to repeat actions like theirs, despite the pressure from Jensen. Hey, yo, Tim! Come play with a dead body! It wasn't the body that bothered me. It was the way they greeted the dead.
The guest of honor. His health is the most important thing.
They lifted their canteens, drinking to the old man in his funeral. It ended up being a formal funeral. There being no mockery, and it being a funeral, but without the sadness.
Oh, Brian, you want to do a toast? It's never too late for manners.
I didn't reply and distracted myself. Later, Kiowa walked up to me.
It takes guts to do that. I wish I wouldn't have followed along.
Linda and I were both 9, but despite our age, I knew when we were in love. Love is what it was. We just didn't know or wanted to use the word. She was slender, quiet, and fragile looking. I wanted to live inside her body. I wanted to melt into her bones. That kind of love. We went on our first date in 4th grade, but it was a double date with my parents. Linda and I sat in the back seat. Started out on opposite windows, both of us trying to pretend it was nothing special. Now and then glanced over, thinking about how beautiful she was, the way she always smiled at the world. She wore a new red cap, which to me was stylish and sophisticated, but also a little unusual. Geez, what a cap, I must have said. Mother glares at him, but apparently I shouldn't have. I didn't talk until we got to the theater. Stories are so that others can dream what you write as you drink it. I remember Lavender's eyes as he popped tranquilizers, them looking peaceful, even in bad situations. When he died, we all took a moment to remember him. Stories can reanimate the dead. I can hear Linda walking and picture her profile beside me. We watched a movie about a corpse fooling the enemy forces in World War II, but Linda still smiled, and I didn't understand why.
Linda wore her cap for a few weeks, and when she started to get bullied, just being in 4th grade wasn't a valid excuse to not intervene. I should have. I wish I could have stopped what happened next. It was possible I could have. During a test, Nick made an excuse to get up and move. Teacher, can I use the bathroom? He passed by Linda and dropped his pencil. But when he went to pick it up, he removed Linda's hat instead. It was a tragedy. There was a large band-aid on the back of her head, as well as a brain popping out of her very egg-head-shaped skull, with blue veins on the top of it. As a young child, I was very conflicted.
Sometimes they can be cut out, but Linda's...
Well, will she get better?
I don't think so. Sometimes they do, and then sometimes they die.
Not Linda.
Look up stories to be able to dream of Linda. She would say interesting things.
No, I just get some sleep.
The dreams were like secret meeting place. Timmy, what's wrong?
What's it like to be dead?
Do I look dead?
What's it like to be dead?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not dead. I'm just like a book that no one wants to read.
We ended up going back to being friends. She was 9 years old and I loved her. I loved her and then she died. I see her still. Even Kiowa, Lavender, and Lemon. I also see myself. I'm young and can never die. And then I jumped to 30 years.
I wish I could have stopped what happened next. It was possible I could have.
My non-existent hair!
During a test, Nick made an excuse to get up and move. Hey, move! Or teacher, can I use the bathroom?
No.
He passed by Linda and dropped his pencil. But when he went to pick it up, he removes Linda's hat instead.